Okay, this is going to be kind of a stupid video, but I just kind of wanted to do it just to do it. We have our first 10 Tynix Bear albums, and I just feel like ranking them in a tier list. I set up all the songs here. I made all these individually, so you have to give me credit for doing all this. This took me like an hour. Like just naming each of the songs. And as you can hear, I have my other pal with me. So, we're gonna rank each of these songs. I hope the albums are in order. They're in order from when they were released. And the Christmas album's also in here too, but I'm only gonna be ranking the original ones. I'm not gonna rank the remixed ones. So like Christmas Magic and Remember won't be ranked. I might rank a poem, but we'll see. If I feel like ranking them, I will. So, anyways, let's begin with our Sweet Lotus Flower. Lymphas Distant Love. Oh, by the way, since you can't see it, there's rankings of S, A, B, C, and D. I didn't add any extras.
Okay.
Oh shoot, is my auto sensitivity on? Oh shoot, I forgot to turn that. I could turn that back on. But Lymphas Distant Love, you should know this one by now. We listened to this one a lot of times.
I know it.
Lymphas Distant Love, I think, is an S tier. 100%, no doubt. It's absolutely precious. I love the love story that backs along with it. The way it sounds is also really neat. It has all these different parts. It references Crazy in Love with You. I absolutely love that factor. I love the midsection where it's like all quiet and isolation. It really ties in this whole Our Sweet Lotus Flower trilogy together, and I really like it for that. And yeah, it's the second longest Tynix Bear song behind the Elixir Wave, which is like 5 minutes longer or something. I don't even know, but yeah, we'll get to that later. Lulia. How do we feel about Lulia? I think it's a solid B. I know.
Yeah, that was a good solid B.
I think it's a B. It's not as iconic as any of the other songs. Actually, I might put it at C, but I'll see if I.
Honestly, I think it's a good solid B. Honestly.
I think I'll put it in B. So, yeah, Lulia is just kind of like an extra song, but it kind of references the, what's it called? The Black Willow, which comes in later on in the, A Shimmering Lotus, which we'll get to later. There's a song called The Black Willow's Tears. We'll rank that one later. Yeah, I think it's a solid B. So, yeah. Leaf Skip. At least the Lotus...
I'm gonna give that an A.
That one's an A? Honestly, yeah, it's, I think that one's a good A. The vibe of it is absolutely incredible. I love the way... I was tempted to put it in S, but I just wanted to dock it a few points for being kind of unoriginal, even though it's better than the Mini Worlds version, which we'll get to later.
I really love the ending of that one.
Oh, the modulation part's also really good. I also like the way they took the midsection and made it quieter, kind of like what they did with Lymphas Distant Love to tie in the songs together, which is something I really like. But yeah, it's a really good song. I love the vibe. I love that. I love the melody of this song. It's absolutely incredible. I love it. It's so leafy. Like you're jumping across all the leaves. I love that. That's like one of the songs that you can actually feel.
Honestly, I'm probably gonna bump into an S in my personal ranks.
In your personal ranks, it's an S. Yeah, I'll probably just keep it an A, since I think I'll just keep it in the highest A.
Yeah, like high A, yeah.
High A is the most logical place to put it. Ladybug Race.
Yeah, high A. Ladybug Race? I'd say...
I think that one's... It's not as iconic as, What?
Oh, what do you think?
Right now, I'm torn between A or a B. It's definitely past Lulia, but I don't know if it's past Leaf Skip material. I think...
Yeah, honestly, I guess put it high B for now, but there's a chance we might just bump it up to low A.
Yeah, we'll keep it we'll keep it a high B. Ethan might be pretty triggered. Cuz that's his favorite Tynix Bear song. Anyways,
that's probably going to be a Q tier for him.
Yeah, we're not adding Q2. That's only for a certain other thing that we ranked personally.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, it's a big fat S tier for him. Alright, anyway, let's go on.
Yeah. Mother Nature S 100%. 100%. That's an S. That's an S.
That's an S.
Can we talk about the fact that it drags on from the major key to the minor key at the end of the song? Like, I love the fact that it starts off like very similar to Ladybug Race, but then it goes all creepy, like, and then it goes like the chase sequence where it takes Ladybug Race. I mean, it's unoriginal, but it works. It ties in the songs together, and the little transition in between the two songs to Caught in the Twirl is really nice. I like the way it was handled because it like fades out, the wind coming in. I do think Perennial Roses did it much better, where it has the huge big rock ending part. I don't have the Perennial Roses cover versions yet. I might be bringing them in a different video, but for now, Mother Nature's an S tier. I think that's one of the best Tynix Bear songs to ever exist right now. Anyways, Caught in a Twirl. Oh, jeez.
Oh, Adam's favorite.
Adam's favorite for good reason. This song actually kind of grew on me, even though it's kind of sound, but at the same time it does have a very big significance. So I think,
You know what? I'll give it an A.
yeah, I think it's fair. It's fair. It's very atmospheric. It's very what's the word? Like it's like creepy sounding. It's really because there's like these flashbacks. It's like if you know the E6AD9 meme. It's like there's this chord that like this sound that randomly comes in and out every now and then. It's really present in Torn Apart, which we'll get to later. But this is the originator.
I give Connotaurol an A because I just like the creepiness of it.
Yeah. It's not leaf skip material, but we'll keep it as that for now.
It's definitely up there.
Yeah. Lotus Flower, the one that comes in after Connotaurol, which is the transition from it, like the way it starts up is really nice. Honestly, another A. It's It's definitely honestly I'll probably microsort it next to Caught in the Twirl. I don't know if it really passes it in a way, but but maybe since it's kind of short, but I don't know. For now, I'll just put it here. I'll just put it like behind Caught in the Twirl, but if I want to microsort it later, I'll just think about it. Yeah. And then Precious Flowers, the follow-up song, which I think is better. I'm putting it past Caught in the Twirl A. I think, again, it's unoriginal, but it works here. I think it sounds really nice. Again, better than the Mini Worlds version. Yeah, I think this is Nathan's favorite too. Yeah, our Sweet Lotus Flower is like as a whole is probably the most iconic album.
Yeah, the whole album itself is a big masterpiece.
I love it for that. And then it's all tied into a bittersweet ending, although it does not actually end here because it just continues onward to Lymphas Rebirth or Shimmering Lotus, whatever you want to portray it as.
I thought it was a Shimmering Lotus after.
Yeah, I know Shimmering Lotus came after it, but in the trilogy is different. But how do we feel about a bittersweet ending? I think it's exactly what it needs to be. So I think it's... I don't know. I think it's another A. I'll put it as a low. I'll put it as a low A. Like how because I think the way it's handled is really nice. I like the way that the melody of the song, even though it's like really short, it like ties into all of the individual songs in a way. Like it has every single song incorporated in it to that short amount of time. And then it's all tied together to the last few notes, which I really like. And it is really a bittersweet ending. You just made it through destruction, and then it's like a whole new world and everything. I'll pull this one up. This is the one that's next. But I'll let you pause in and out of it, just so you can see where each of the songs are. Like you can edit the video state. Can you edit the video state?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So now we can comfortably rank these. Solar, I think it's okay. I think it's a B.
It's not my favorite, but it's not my favorite, but it's decent.
I think it's you know what? I'll throw it in I'll put it in C because Sun and Moon's a B. I think it's, or actually, no, it's, yeah, I'll keep it here. I'll keep it here. It's fine. I think it's fine exactly where it needs to be. Um, because Solar and Sun and Moon are kind of like the same song. So like I like how the way it ties into two different themes for Sun and Moon. Like it has the quieter part for the moon setting and the more louder section like at the beginning of that song. It's louder. So yeah, I think that really ties into the two songs together. Also, the build up section is also pretty decent on Solar, cause I think Perennial Roses actually did it much better because it's like a lot louder. So yeah, I think those are comfortably placed there. Um, a true loving princess. You can go into the song to see how you rank it. I think this one. I think this one's also a C. It's kind of like a dawned down version of Spotlight, where it's which is like it's a real Wing song by the way. It's I think it's just a more dawned down version, although um, kind of unoriginal, but it kind of ties into Stella pretty decently. So I mean, I think it's I think it's a C. It's kind of it's kind of forgettable, honestly, but it's fine. Ring, however, is not forgettable. I think this one is an S tier. Or actually, is it an S or high A? I'm trying to debate. I don't know if it's because I think it's good. At the same time, I think really Perennial Roses is really like decreasing the value on the original. Um, I think for the sake of me not ranking any Perennial Roses covers, I'll just throw it in S. I think actually this is probably the best song off the album. I'm not gonna lie, it's like very battle esque inspired. So
So where are we going? S?
yeah, I'm gonna comfortably lay it in S. Eclipsed, however, is very forgettable. I'm putting it in D. Um, it's kind of one. I'm kind of like wondering what's the significance behind the song other than the lore, but it's just it's kind of forgettable. I'm not gonna lie. It's like when I made the video when I ranked all the albums, this is probably the least noteworthy, which is probably why we never got a sequel. But it was kind of like another experimental twist. But I mean, it's all right. I just keep going through each of the things. But yeah. Anyways, a blinding light is probably the lowest of the low. I'm not gonna add an E tier. I'm just gonna put it at the lowest tier. D, the lowest D tier, just because it's not really music. It's just sound. But other songs also, for the record, did it better. Three Sun Sinning is actually an A tier. I think this one's actually really nice. I think the acoustic that comes in is actually really nice, and I like how it like builds off. It like drums get added on later. I really like it. And if I want to microsort this, I'll probably put it probably past Caught in a Twirl, actually. I think it's actually pretty decent, or actually maybe yeah, I think it sits comfortably there. Light Up the Night Sky is a solid B. I think it's a B. I think it's kind of memorable. It's not the best, but I mean it's somewhat memorable. I think it sounds nice for what it is. And it also ties into Lunar. I think this song's better than Solar. I think it's actually a nice ending song, so I'll put it past Lilia, but not past Ladybug Race. I think it's fine at B. The sequel to Our Sweet Lotus Flower, A Shimmering Lotus. So how do we feel about the first song? Like, it's literally just called A Shimmering Lotus, the title track, I guess.
I say it's pretty good.
Yeah, like, I can still hear your mic. I think, yeah, you're just trying to remember it. I think, I think it's a B tier. I think it's,
It's a B. Yep, it's a good solid B.
I'll put it past Lunar, but not past Ladybug Race.
Yeah, it's a pretty good start.
It's a very good. It's a very decent start. Reverberating Flowers, however, I think is a highest A tier. I'm not putting it in S just for the sake of Oh, I'm just gonna throw everything in this. I'm gonna try to limit my S tiers. So, yeah, Reverberating Flowers is a high A tier. I absolutely love the strumming of the acoustic guitar, and then the little.
And let me guess. Oh, I'm sorry.
Let you guess what.
No, I was just saying. Let me guess. The next one, Sweet Honey Melee, is gonna be an S tier.
We'll get to that in a second. But before we get to Sweet Honey Melee, we just gotta talk about Reverberating Flowers for a little bit. I mean, not for too long, but I mean, it's a very solid song. Like, I mean, it's like a song that I would just like would randomly like just want to play. Like, it's not really a song that like ties into anything. It's just like a song that I just like want to listen to. Like, if I'm just like in the car and I just like want to like I'm in a red light or something. I don't even know. It's like a horrible reference. I just like really like the song. If I just like find a good occasion to put this on, I'll just like put it on my playlist and just have it running. I mean, it's a really good song. Like, just like a very chill song. Like, there's nothing really too crazy about it. So yeah, I think it's a solid A tier for what it is. Sweet Honey Melee. I know you predicted S, but this one's an A, and I'll explain why. Um, the reason why is because I kind of had a part take in this song, where I had the arpeggio in the beginning, and also for the record, there is a better version, which we'll get to later, and I think.
Okay. You're probably thinking about Lymphas Rebirth.
Yeah, that version. That version we'll get to later. But yeah, I think it's a solid A tier. In fact, this is the version I would probably just like randomly play. Like, again with the Reverberating Flowers, I would just play it like on a separate occasion. A true ladybird. I think it's on the same level as Ladybug, so I'm putting it next to it. I think it sounds nice. I'm gonna get very distracted now. Um, yeah. I think a true ladybird is exactly what it needs to be. I think it sounds very nice. I think it's a nice major ladybug race. So, yeah, I think it's decent. The Endless Biome. I mean, it's all right, but I think it's a little too long. So, I think it's a D. I just never seem to care about this one that much. Um, yeah, I really don't have anything to say about it. It just references our Sweet Lotus Flower, and that's about it. And it goes on for like 8 minutes. Water Stairway, however, I think is an A tier. Because I think the way it sounds is actually very well done. I'll actually put it above Reverberating Flowers for that reason. It's another one of those songs that I just like would randomly play unironically. Okay, all three parts of the Black Willows Tears. This is the one with the reverse twirl in it, and yeah. I think this one. Trying to think. I don't know. I'll throw this at a comfortable B tier. I think it's I think it's okay. I like the beginning too. I think that's probably the part I like the most, the first part. Um, but the way part 3 was handled, where it like goes very quiet, I think it's very well done. So, yeah, solid B tier. A Rose of Power, C tier. It's okay. Nothing crazy happens in the song. It's kind of like just a follow up from the Black Willow's Tears, or in this case, Unfolding the Twirl. So it's kind of like a follow up song. Lotus Flowers Forever. This song ends the trilogy, and honestly, it's probably the best song off the album. So that's gonna be an S tier for me. I think.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that one is exactly what it needs to be. It's the perfect. It sounds like Lymphas Distant Love in a way, but like not. It like has the same sounds in it, so I mean like, I think it's exactly what it needs to be. I think it sounds really nice. I love the break section that goes on for like 2 or 3 minutes. That's probably my favorite part of the song. Not gonna lie. Anyways, we don't need this anymore, and in fact, we don't even need a reference album for this one, because this is Music Heals the Heart.
Oh
Here's where
yeah.
Alex is gonna put every single song in S tier.
Oh yeah.
Rise of Return. I'm gonna put it at a comfortable high B tier. Actually, no. No, not B tier.
But honestly, it's probably an A for me. It's a great start to the album.
Great start. I think it's micro sorting. This one's gonna be kind of hard. I'll put it past 3 Sunsetting. Actually, no, past Precious Flowers, just behind Leaf Skip. I think it's the middle of the row, A tier. It's a good introduction. I gotta close my window. That helicopter's freakishly loud. Going back on topic. I think A Clear Sky Crystals is a very easy S. Probably the highest S, 100%.
S.
This one is absolutely well made. It's another one of those songs that again I would just play like unironically if I just want something to play in the background. I would definitely put this one. But this one is a very special one. This one was like made for a very specific video. But also the way it was handled as like an ending song was like really well done, even though it's like the start of the album. In fact, it's the start of a 2 album masterpiece, which I mean, it's exactly what it needs to be. But this one, do you have any comments for this song, Alex?
True masterpiece. I can listen to it anytime.
I think it's exactly what it needs to be. I think it's the highest S tier, at least right now.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's exactly what it needs to be. It's
And
perfect
if there
song.
was a Q tier, I would put that thing on there.
That was your yeah, that's his favorite song. Colorful, Powerful. Again, another great song. Again, it's
Yep. A.
this one's an A. Yeah, this one is an A. I was gonna say A. I think it's the highest A tier. I'm actually gonna put this back to where it needs to be. I think I'll put it behind Water Stairway, but past Sweet Honey Melee, at least the Lotus version or Shimmering Lotus. Yeah, so it's a pretty high A tier. Crack the Court's probably the weakest song off the album, but still pretty decent. I think it's a solid B.
Yep. I think it's a good solid B as well. It is it's definitely the weakest in the album, but it's really nice as well, like you said.
It's where she breaks the quartz crystal, so she has to go to the depths of fiction. Yeah. Where do I put this one? I'll put it past no. Yeah, I'll put it next to Luli. I think it's solid. And the Elixir Wave. Oh god, what the heck else can it be but S tier? Come on. Like just what more do I have to say about it? It's so atmospheric. I love the way it was handled and ties into Crystal's character. The Elixir Wave is exactly what it needs to be. It's like I love the ocean part. I love the little bang at like when you get to the personal Levy Broken section. And the ending. I love the ending. It's
Same.
I also forgot to mention the beginning of the song. It's also like it starts off very eerie, and then it goes into the Also, by the way, I love the crystal healing and taking the control parts. Those two are also parts that were really well done. Like I think every single part of this song is absolutely amazing. Like what?
Yeah,
What?
the
Like
entire
what?
album itself
What else?
is freaking awesome.
I think it's on the same level. Like you can tell, it's on this. Each of the songs got ranked similarly to Lotus Flower. So we probably had another. We had a very successful album here, for just 5 songs. So yeah, and honestly, probably one of the more unique songs. So yeah, I'm putting it next to A Clear Sky for that reason. Mini Worlds. We're gonna need a reference for this one.
Oh, Mini Rose, I am not familiar with that.
So, I am. The Tynix bracelet theme, I think, since it's kind of a remix, I'll just put it at the lowest B. Actually, yeah, it's comfortable there. I think it's, low B tier. Nothing really more to say about it. Again, it's another one of those dawn down versions of another song like, A True Loving Princess was. The Song of Adamantine. I like this song more every time I listen to it for some reason. I think it's a solid I think it's again a B tier. It's all right. It's one of the first original Tynix Bear songs, so I mean, I can't dock it any points for like being the start. Um, yeah, this is one of the newer ones. We got Heart of Althea. Um, this one's another pretty good one. It also has Althea's melody in it. I think it's again a B tier. Um, Kind of an original, but it ties into Althea pretty decently because it has the actual song incorporated in it. Lost in a Droplet again is a B tier. A lot of these songs are pretty mid. Actually, no, I'll put it a low A tier. I think it's fine there. Um, because Lost in a Droplet's actually a very nice eerie song, but at the same time, like it's a very creepy song, but at the same time very nice. I like it. I like the way I like the arpeggio. Like that also sounds really creepy for some reason. All right, Leaf Skip, the original version of Leaf Skip. The Lotus Flower version was an A tier. I think the Mini Woods version's a B. It's the originator, but it's also not as iconic. So I'll put it with the other ones. Like they're all in like the similar ranking. There's really nothing to go about. The Jewel of Precious Stones. Kind of a bland title if I had to say so myself. Probably my least favorites. But again, a B tier. I think it sounds nice. Each Colorful Step is probably one of my favorite ones. I think this was a very, very high A tier. It's a very nice. I really like the vibe it gives off. It's very fast paced. It's exactly for what Tynix had no ideas for, generated a masterpiece. Like it's really funny. The original Precious Flowers. Again, since the Lotus Flower version was an A, this one's a B. I think this one was handled a little bit. Or actually, the Lotus Flower one was. I should say the Lotus Flower one was handled much better. As for remixing it, so I'm just gonna put it next to Leaf Skip on the B tier rank. And the Season of Sundial, again an A tier. I really like this one too. This is another. Um, I'll probably put it past Reverberating Flowers. Actually, no, I like Reverberating Flowers a little better. But yeah, I think this one's a good ending song, even though it's not really an ending song. It's kind of just a conclusion song, but there's really no lore to tie into it. It's just referencing each of the mini worlds. Yeah. All right. Let's pulling out our next album here, which is Lymphas Rebirth. I know you don't know every single song off this one, but we'll you know some of them. At least you know most of them.
Oh yeah, I really like this album.
Yeah, this album's also really nice too. This is the Ambience collection, and it's exactly what it needs to be. Distant, the Lymphas Distant Love based one. I think.
Probably a B to start it off.
Yeah, I think it's a mid B. I'll put it next to Crack the Courts. Fly High. Oh my God, S. What the heck? It's.
For real.
I'm not gonna lie. I
There.
listened to. I'm gonna be completely honest about something. I listened to this song like 10 times on repeat. I probably like took.
Damn,
I
dude,
probably
you
spent
okay?
about an hour on this song just because it's like the perfect background song. I unironically like it more than Ladybug Race. I'm not gonna lie. I think
That's fair.
it's probably the lowest S tier though. Just for the sake of it, I don't want. I really don't think it's past Lowest Fires Forever. I think it's just a song that's there, but it's like very well done.
Like a barely past A.
Barely past it, yeah, but yeah, it's still I still consider it S. Torn Apart. This one is, uh,
It's kind of like Connotor, but a little different.
it's called a troll but worse, just because it doesn't have the esque to it. So I think I'll put it in the highest C tier. So
Yeah,
I
fair
mean,
enough.
I think it's the fairest. I mean, it's not bad. I actually it's just a song
Yeah,
that's
I
kind
like
of
it
there.
too.
Past Life.
Past life.
What the heck else could it be but S tier? Oh my God, this song. I actually got emotional to this one. This is one of the few songs that I actually got emotional to. I think at the time this album came out, this is the most emotional Tynix Bear song to date. So I mean, yeah. I nothing. I what the S tier. I don't know what to tell you. It's absolutely precious. What's this one? Silent Flowers, the alternate Precious Flowers. I think this one is better than the Mini World's version of Precious Flowers, so I think this one is I think it's past distant.
I guess bump it up by a letter.
I'll put it in the well I was gonna put it in the same ranking, but I think
Oh, okay.
it's gonna be a mid B tier, but just past distant.
Oh, okay.
Uh
Fair.
Shimmering from the Silence, probably the lowest or no, the lowest that isn't like torn apart. Again, probably an also B tier. I think it's exactly what it needs to be, but again, it's also one of those songs that's just unoriginal, but it ties into the song very well.
And it works.
Yeah, I'll put it. I'll put it a low B tier. I think that's fine. Shimmering for the Silence.
I already know Sweet Honey Melee. That's an S for you.
The question is, where am I gonna put it in S? Because we know we put the regular version in A. This one, however, S tier, 100%. This one, the dialogue makes the song perfect, and also the extended part also sounded really good too, and the modulation at the end of the song is really good too. I'm not gonna lie, I think I don't know where to micros for this one though. I think this one, low key, better than Lymphas Assistant Love. I don't think it's better than A Clear Sky though. I think it's exactly.
Yeah.
I think it's safe there. The
Yeah,
dialogue.
I really like this Sweet Honey Melee. Same with Rebirth, which we're about to get to.
Which is also an S tier, but below Sweet Honey Melee. I think yeah, this one again with the dialogue, it really makes it shine. I love the ending conversation that Flora and Melee have at the end of the album. I love that. In the trilogy version, it was also taken from this that was also it was put at the end of Lotus Flowers Forever, which also really shines, but the originator, I mean, pretty decent. I mean, it's like it's like really nice. I love the way it like gets progressively more complex in the melody. I mean, it doesn't really get too crazy, but the notes get higher and higher until the end of the song, where it finishes off with some chords, and then the ending conversation, everything. So yeah, best tier. Another very solid album. This supernaturally powerful. This was the most experimental album that we got from Tynix. I mean, this actually came out, like it was started in November, but it came out in January. So
Yeah, this one I am not too familiar on.
yeah, it's all right. Whispering Moon, probably a C tier. Probably a low C tier. It's just the introduction song. I mean, it's fine where it needs to be. One Who Lived in a Forest is an A tier. I think it's a very decent song for Sylvana. I'm not gonna lie, it's very creepy esque. I'll put it past. I'll put it low A. I think it's comfortably there. So like, yeah, I really like the way this one was handled. It's very creepy, which like ties into Sylvana's like supernatural aspect, which is really interesting. I like how her character is like completely based on the supernatural, which is like the uncanny valley. I like it for that. Natural Disaster. This one I low-key never really cared about, but I do like the build-up. But if Perennial Roses did this one, it would probably sound so much better. So I think for that reason, I'll again put it as C tier. Um, it's okay. It's okay. Pedal to the Flora, the very Moogle song that we got. I think this one, listening to it for the first time on my birthday was actually really. I remember reacting to this on live stream. It was such a bob. A tier. I think I'll put it here. I'll put it mid A. I think it's good. I think it's actually really good. I'm just thinking of Sylvana flooring it. Yes, floor it. Anyways, Her Life as a Fairy. Again, a pretty decent one, but I think this one's a B. I'll put it like I'll put a comfortable low B if I could put it here. Yeah. I think it's comfortable sitting there. Within Nature's End, Loki never cared about this song, so I'm just gonna put it here. Probably past Natural Disaster to be honest. Yeah. It's okay. I think it's fine for what it is, but just not. Strangled in Vines. I think the song itself is but for the lore and the sound at the end, I mean, the transition to the last pedal standing is enough for me to put it in a B tier. So I mean, I'll put it the personally, I think it's comfortable there at a low B. And then last pedal standing, ironically, is an A tier. I really like the sound this one gives off. So yeah, this one really had no S's. So I mean, there's really not much to go about for this album. It's nothing crazy. It's just an experimental album. So, I'll probably actually put this one at. I'll put it with Caught in a Twirl. Um, Probably past it. Okay. The Christmas album, which we'll just get out of the way pretty quickly. I'll just put a poem. It sounds nice, but I'll just put the lowest A. Just because that one's a remix. I'm not gonna rank all of these, by the way. I'm just gonna rank a few of them. A Lotus Ice is very Carol of the Bells vibe. I'll put it in a comfortable I'll put it here. I think it's comfortable there. Okay, Alex. Where do you think this
Yeah.
one goes? Drifting on the Ice. This is the Leaf Skip equivalent.
S.
Uh, if we had to really put any of them, honestly, S. It's probably the best version of Leaf Skip because it's like the version that, even though it's like very not Leaf Skip, at the same time you can like envision the vibe, like you can really visualize the album cover.
Oh, honestly, if I'm being honest, oh wait, where's Leaf Skip at? I forgot.
Leaf Skip was an A.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, oh wait, I think I mentioned that, Leaf Skip was an S in my personal ranks, right?
I think so.
Yeah, if I said that, then, Drifting Through the Ice is probably a little lower than regular Leaf Skip in my personal ranks, but both of them still remain as S.
Oh, okay. I think for that reason, I think for the sake of this, I'll just put it in A actually. Um, but I'll put it like next to Leaf Skip in a way.
It's still a very, very nice song though. Don't
I
get me wrong.
I really like the way it was handled. Natural Wreath, the official Tynix Bear Christmas song. I think it's exactly what it needs to be. It actually sounds like a Christmas song. There's just no sleigh bells, but it's like a quieter song, so it really doesn't need them. So you know what? I'm gonna be considerate and put it here in the low A. Um, yeah. Again, I'm gonna skip these two, because those are both remixes. Um, I know Poem is also a remix, but it kind of mostly Tynix Bear sounding. Anyways, our next album, probably the best album, um, right now in terms of lore and storyline, and even some of the songs are decent too. I rank this as
This is the one that you dimensional travel.
this is the one. This is the one where you go in between dimensions, which is really interesting. Rest in Peace is a C tier. I think it kind of just exists to like introduction, but trust me, the songs won't get any lower than C tier. Trust me. Um, Close Your Eyes, A tier. I think it's actually really well done. It's very very sleepy sounding. I really like it for that. I like the synth that comes at the end of the song and then it like just gets all quiet. If I were to microsort this, I'll probably put it higher. Maybe here. Yeah. Mid A. Lullaby Spell. This one actually references something from Echoes of the Healing Heart, but we'll get to that later because that's the last album we have. Echoes of a Healing Heart, or no, Lullaby Spell. This is the one that goes from to Between Worlds, which is the transition song. Which this one, it's on the same level as Lost in the Droplets, so I mean I'll put it there. I think it's again a comfortable A tier. I think it's really well done, and since Crystal's the one using the powers, you have like the little. There's like a very specific instrument or like sound instrument, like a synth tied to each character in like Tynix Bear Media. So like the specific sound it gives off is very crystal like, which makes sense because her character is the one that's sending Mule into the alternate dimension, which by the way, between worlds, um, unironically is an A tier. I mean it's really just sound, but it just sounds so good. I'm like not gonna lie, the end part, like we're like, if you know what I mean, like let me run it back. Where is it? I think it was like here. I just cannot. That alone made it an A tier. And also that part after it, where it like could like goes like that. That's like the part where it like transforms Melee's outfit into this heavenly outfit, which by the way is incredible. So, yeah. Oh shoot! I thought I moved something, but I didn't. Yeah. That alone is an A tier. That I don't know what to tell you. Lost Above Clouds is um I'll put it a B tier. I think it's fine here. Like a high B tier. So like I think the song is good.
Alright.
So yeah, nothing much to say about it. It's like it's really the title track if anything. It doesn't really have any important lore to it. So yeah. Rebellious Thoughts, the song that's like really easy to play on guitar for some reason. I remember trying to play this. This one actually sounds pretty good. I'll put it a low A tier. Actually no, I like it better than Lullaby Spell. I'll put it at a, again like low A, but like just there. Yeah. Um I think it's a low A. Um hold on. We just got to hear this song first. Heavenly Flower. Um yeah, Leilana's theme. This is this is solely this is solely the reason why Leilana became a worst nightmare for me, and being a very dedicated OC. This ranking completely just dedicates Leilana just being an OC character. S tier. No doubt. I'm not gonna lie. It's honestly on the same level as Fly High, but better. This is another one of those ones I like. I would
I
actually,
guess like 1 point higher.
yeah, 1 point higher. I think it's actually really nice, cause the way she was introduced was like in the sky, and it sounds perfect for that vibe. So yeah, um, S tier, and probably the only S tier we're gonna get from this album. But the rest of them, Magic Coming Together, I think is an A tier. Probably it's probably on the same level as Three Sun Setting. Not gonna lie, but probably worse. But mid A, I think it's fine where it needs to be. Fallen Angel, this one's a B tier. I actually really like it. It's actually very nice and subtle. It's like the quiet guitar that it has in it. So yeah, I mean, B tier. It's yeah, and the transitional song that you go back to the real world, um, not as iconic as the previous one. So I'm just gonna throw it in the low B tier. And Ethereal Revision, how do you feel about this ending song?
I really like the ending.
I think I think this one, I think it's I'll put it I'll put it next to Rise of Return. I think it's fine. It's a high. It's like a relatively highish A tier. And yes, the ending, it goes bulk wild at the end. I really like it. It's really funny. And yeah, I think this album is exactly what it needs to be. I think it's actually really decent. Probably the best song. As you can tell by the ranking, Heavenly Flower is the single best one. Um, yeah, very well done. Next album, Once a Tulip, Always a Tulip. Very funny title. But however, that doesn't take away from the album because I think the songs actually sound really good. This is the first album that actually incorporated strings into the mix. Except for Lady Bird Flyover and some of the other songs. But yeah, this one's like the introductory song. It's kind of on the same level as Fly High, but not the same as playing. Forgot I have my volume on. But yeah, I like the chord progression in it. It's actually really well done. So I think it's mid A tier. Lady Bird Flyover is actually really cool. Yeah. I Come With You. This is the one of the few fast-paced, calm Tynix Bear songs we got. This is the first song that introduced the strings into the mix, and honestly, really well done. It's very very ELO like. I'm an ELO fan myself. Again, I'll throw this one. I'll put it next to Ethereal Revision. I think it's decent enough to be there. Courage, supposedly not enough. I always forget this song exists, so again, that's actually it's the first D tier in a very long time.
Damn.
But it's a very forgettable song. In fact, I actually totally forgot it even existed while making this video. And it doesn't follow the string-esque that it, like the last song literally introduced. Thankfully, it comes back for Hasty and for the fun. And it's on the same level as I Come With You. I don't know if it's worse or better. I think it's on the same level, honestly. It's a very similar sound. Where to Rest is B tier. I think it's alright. Lunar. Will I put it past Lunar? Yes, I will. I think it's high B tier. Okay. A Natural Sign of Growth. Jesus God, where the heck else could it be but S tier? Okay, that was actually timed perfect. Listen to this. Or not this part. This.
Well, that's actually nice. Yeah, well deserved S tier.
This one is much deserving for S tier. I think it's on the same level as Clear Sky. In my opinion, it's better, but barely, just barely. Well, keep in mind I put the Elixir Wave at the highest S tier.
Oh, okay.
So it's not even it's the third. It's not even. It doesn't really matter. It's not even the single best. It's not even the single best one, so it doesn't really matter. But it's the same. It's like the same level as a Clear Sky, but it's like Melee's version of it.
Yeah, and honestly, that's fair. That's fair.
It's the most fair. And last but not least, The Echoes of a Healing Heart, the sequel to Music Heals Heart, and our final album we're ranking. Sky of Serenity. How do we feel about it?
Pretty nice.
I think A tier. Micro-sorting these is actually getting really difficult. I'll put it like right here. Yeah, only $20. That's a steal.
Yeah.
Anyways, Crystal's Lullaby, unironically an S tier. I'm not gonna lie. I love the chord progression in this. It's honestly probably my favorite set of chord progressions right now. And honestly, I'd probably put it past Lymphas Distant Love. It's one of the better songs that we got in a very long time, other than A Natural Sign of Growth. Ocean Treasures. This one, it's really just sound, but it's not bad. I think it's on the same level as Crack the Quartz, so it's a mid B. However, Heart Shaped Quartz, a very high A tier. I think this is exactly what it needs to be for being one of those songs that incorporates every single melody. The Endless Bottom did worse. Yeah, for now, I'll just put it here, comfortably here. Okay, Song of the First Sky. This is kind of Crystal's version of Leaf Skip. Honest to God, call me biased, A tier. I was like, Actually, I think it's past Seasons of Sundial too. I think
Which one?
it's the one before the Clear Sky one. I think this one.
Okay.
But yeah, I think this one's exactly what it needs to be, and I love the modulation part at the end. That actually really hits. And then we have Clear Skies, Healing Hearts. This one's cursed. This one's so cursed. Honestly, where should we put this one?
I don't know.
It's the Clear Sky Crystals, but the alternate universe version. I don't know.
I really don't know.
I want to be funny and put it in S. You know, screw it, we're putting it in S. I think it's got the same.
You know, screw it. Do it for the funny.
We'll do it for the funny. I think it's. I'll just put it on the lowest S though. Actually,
Yeah.
Probably past life. Honestly, I think it's. Yeah, I think it's actually a really well done song. I think it's actually I really like the way it was handled to be like an alternate, like a reenactment of the song, to end off this little duo album pairing. I actually really like it for that. And then our last song, but definitely not least, Descend to Farewell.
Either an A. Honestly, yeah, give it an A.
Yeah, A is. I think A is fair. I think it's one of the more perfect ending songs. I would honestly rank this with the Song of the First Sky. And yeah, that's the whole ranking done. Look at
That's it?
the first 10 albums. Yeah.
Wow.
You didn't realize it was the last album? It literally just came out. I know we had Love All and the Perennial Roses covers, but I didn't get a chance to get those in. So yeah. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a funny video, and I'm gonna leave Alex off on this one to tell us what the best song is.
The best song? You already know mine.
And you already know mine. Our two favorites made it in S here, but I think the single best song was the Elixir Wave. Like, it was probably the best one.
Yeah, I will agree on that.
Elixir Wave is the best, but like, A Natural Sound of Growth is like my favorite, you know? And The Clear Sky is like your favorite. So, like,
Yeah,
in terms of...
A Clear Sky for me is the highest S in my ranks.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's the tier list all done. Thank you for watching, and that's it.